offense set to take the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
After talking to him the other day, it seems like he's really embracing this moment, Mike. I mean, he said something along the lines of playing with the pressure that comes with the playoffs is a privilege, and I couldn't agree more. Not everyone gets the opportunity to play on this stage. So when you have these types of moments, you really have to take advantage of them and just go for it. If the rest of the team can match that mindset, I think they got a good shot today to leave with a win.
They face 2nd down and 7. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he's going to have a Browns first down. Good running gets him to about the 44.
This is how you drop your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Throwing now from the gun. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet in bounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a first down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them. Early in this game, that's already 2 sacks allowed.
Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Off he goes. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
And 10 yards to go.
He'll drop to throw. He'll spot Henry open downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Here's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Now whistles and a timeout. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quickly to the outside and complete.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be. And they'll turn it over on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Titans offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
A yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to
Neutral
jump?
zone infraction. Defense. Automatic first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. This one caught by the back, out of the backfield. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
At the 39-yard line.
Now a give on the ground. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down.
He's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
They'll throw out of the gun. That's deep for the back of the end zone.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Browns offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
Quick throw here is complete. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's going to bring this one close to a 1st down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down. That'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. They'll run it on the inside handoff. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Offense.
He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. It is 3rd and 10. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Here's their punter now, as he is on to punt for Cleveland. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29. 2nd down and 8. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. 2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Now a stretch play, running right, and he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Now whistles and a timeout. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Here in the 1st half, we've seen nothing but connections from these 2 guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Returnable from the 17. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Titans offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start out first down and 10. He's going to run it. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
So, from the 36, it is first and 10. He's going to keep it himself. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. 4 yards. First down for Tennessee. Tight end going in motion here. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll look to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's first and 5. They'll look to throw again. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's going to be out of bounds, so they take advantage of the first and 5 situation and pick up the quick first down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. They'll look to throw yet again. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can see the receiver. He's pleading his case to the refs. So from our perspective, Mike, I think it's pretty clear. He was not in bounds. I don't blame him for trying. If I was in his situation, I'm doing the exact same thing.
And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Titans will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. So we are at halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, after the coaches, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins squaring off against the New York Jets. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got one half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it your way, let's hand it back over to Mike Tirico. If you missed the first half, there's not much to get you caught up on. Just the lone field goal accounting for the entirety of the scoring. A 3-0 game to this point, as both defenses have been strong so far.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Titans offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Got a man left side. It's caught. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Now they'll set up to throw. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete.
I think the defender thought he had himself a pick here, Mike. He saw that curl coming the entire way, but unfortunately for him, it was a curl and go. They took him deep. Leads to a huge pickup.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment. He had no choice but to throw it away. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now, faking the give. He gets this into the hands of Green. He's trying to power forward, but no dice. They go with the big man, and he may have lost yardage, and it sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
So that one's going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. The Browns offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. On play action, he'll set up to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. Oh, yeah. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards.
That's the mindset I just love seeing from a running back, Mike. His eyes weren't just on that first down marker. They were on getting that first and some on top of it. That's pretty impressive.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll look to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. The Browns getting their punting team out there, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back to the air once more. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
The Browns offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll begin here on the ground. And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Back to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Back to the air one more time. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on third down at these shorter down and distances. But in this case, they catch the defense off guard. They timed it up well.
And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play-action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
Encroachment, defense. Still second down.
They'll try it one more time, but now a bit closer. It is second and goal. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes third and goal. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up, and they cash it in on third and goal. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Browns will tie the game at 3 apiece.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll manage only the 34-yard line. He's brought down after a short gain. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And he's going to be sacked, but there is a flag down. Not sure how
Offside.
close he was
Defense.
to being offsides.
Still second down.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. 3rd down, 3 to go. They'll throw out of the gun. Quick throw, taken in. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Moving the tight end right. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10.
So they're trying to get the ball out of the hand of the quarterback. That's the best way to slow down any good pass rush, but the accuracy and the run after catch is a critical part of the play. So when this ball is not thrown out in front, what they call the front shoulder pass throw, it makes it really hard for this slant route to get completed when the ball's thrown so far behind him.
Still third down.
The penalty yardage certainly helps. Now it's third down, and they need 5. This one, downfield, looking for Henry. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The PAT, up and good. And the Titans take a 10-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. From 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one caught by Patrick. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
And he's not going to get anything out of this one. They force him laterally out of bounds. No gain on the return. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
At the 40-yard line.
Tight end, the motion man to the right. On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And 3rd down just became a lot tougher. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. This one complete to Hayward. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. And here comes 4th down.
They pick up a nice chunk play there through the air on third down, but it's not quite enough to move the chains. Now the question is, how aggressive is this head coach willing to be as he tries to extend this drive?
The Browns offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Slot man in motion left. And this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
Now they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them. And it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
On 4th down, out comes the punter. He'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. Just nowhere to go once he catches this ball. You see, he's doing everything in his power to make guys miss and break tackles. I think he ended up doing a little bit too much because he ends up going backwards.
And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Still first down.
There's that man again. Another catch.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They get 15 on that game. First down, Cleveland. They'll drop to throw. Off he goes. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. He'll try to run for it. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle, and he'll get about 5. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now, and the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. It's a win here for the Titans. They will continue on in these playoffs. They're now one step away from a Super Bowl appearance. We'll have a tough one coming up next Sunday in the conference championship game. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Titans winners here in Music City as we say so long from Nashville.